the historic sugar town of Ingham for this cane growers virtual bus tour stop to learn how the area is recovering from the disastrous big wet of 2019 and how cane growers and industry recovery officers have helped. In partnership with the Queensland Farmers Federation, cane growers hosted industry recovery officers like Ray Serverlin in the Herbert River region.
The way the rain fell so heavily and constantly over that 48-hour period was something like some people have never seen before, I guess.
Today, Ray is visiting the Trebon district to meet with cane grower and civil works contractor Ray Marbelli. They're inspecting a haul-out road that was damaged. It's been rebuilt using a special disaster assistance recovery grant from the joint State and Commonwealth funded disaster recovery funding arrangements administered via the Queensland Rural and Industry Development Authority.
We had 500 to 600 millimetres probably in a 48 hour period. That caused substantial water in this lower area here, and it caused the water to rush across the road, which obviously caused rutting and severe potholing. In conjunction with the cane growers, we were very lucky to get some Q-Rider funding and some grants, and that has enabled us and a lot of growers to rectify their roads, their creek banks and stuff like that. This road here we've just done recently, just before our harvest. Resilience
is what the flood recovery effort is all about. In keeping with the objectives of the DRFA, the grants of up to $75,000 give growers a chance to build back better.
We put all our roads back at a 4 metre formation and a 100 mil resheet. They're all done pretty much to a HSC standard, which allows a 3% crossfall on the roads. This makes it safe for hauling, doesn't lean the tippers all that much, which enables water shedding to happen. So hopefully we can get at least 12-18 months of normal wear and tear out of it. And then with the 100 mil of gravel that we put on there, it'll give it a running course for probably 5 to 6 years that you can allow retrimming and grading. Hopefully within that 5 to 6 years, we keep the roads up to a really good standard.
Resilience is what the flood recovery effort is all about. In keeping with the objectives of the joint Commonwealth State Disaster Recovery Funding arrangements, the grants of up to $75,000 give growers a chance to build back better.
This was resilience work as well as recovery work. When they could go out and do a job and do it properly to possibly prevent it from ever happening again. That does cost a little bit extra, but it gives you that reassurance that down the track later that you mightn't have to go back and do it or do it to the same scale. So if you've got an extra bit of cash flow there to be able to do that job properly, let's not do it half-heartedly because that's all you can afford.
The cane growers industry recovery officers assisted hundreds of members to navigate the funding process and liaise with contractors.
Yeah, there was a lot of drainage, re-establishing drainage, a lot of laser work to fix up fields, a lot of gravel carted privately and with contractors to fix up haul roads, 1,000 pipes laid to fix up blowing out head walls and road crossings, rock groins and rock basketing.
This Riverbank rehabilitation project is another example of making farms more resilient. It's a rock revetment wall designed to protect the riverbank in the future.
This is a bank rehabilitation that we've done. The bank was substantially washed out. It's gone back about 10 or 12 metres back into the cane land there, which is obviously being creek bank soil, which is very high productive soil. So what we've done, we've put a row of large rocks down the bottom, and so that's what we build our toe off, and sit the other rocks coming up on the way up sort of thing. And then we've filled up with select fill behind the rocks there, and put a topsoil over the top, hopefully to regrow grass and establish grass there.
Projects like these also deliver environmental dividends. Riparian rehabilitation work is one of the leading ways to stop sediment entering the Great Barrier Reef Lagoon.
Because it's very loamy, silty soil off the banks, a lot of it's when the river overfills and it just finds its first outlet that's the lowest part of the bank, and it'll exhaust through there. And as the water's rushing out, it takes the silt and the loam and everything with it. And that just keeps it getting accelerated as the flood waters recede. It just keeps accelerating happening. It's out of the realms of an average grower to do this sort of work on property as well. This Cat C grant has enabled them to sort of not only protect their farm, but stop silt and that washing out to the ocean.
Upstream in the Herbert River catchment near Abagari, Ray catches up with Joe Gratelli, another farmer who has put disaster recovery grant funding to smart use, rehabilitating a cane block that suffered erosion damage.
When we got the big downpour, we ended up with a big washout that went right up into the into the centre of the paddock there. Probably was, I'd say a good 2 metres deep and about probably 3 metres wide. Pretty much a big V section, just got ripped clean out of the paddock.
1 year on, and it's hard to tell where the washout occurred. The block has been filled in, the headland and adjacent creek banks stabilised with rock, barely visible under a cover of vegetation.
Yeah, we applied for the funding for the recovery. We got approved, and we took the dozer and the scoop and ripped all the topsoil back off and cleaned it all out, and then put the subsoil back in and packed it in. Put the clean topsoil back over the top, and then we put some rock on the edge here, so hopefully it doesn't ever happen again.
On a neighbouring farm, another creek bank restoration has just been completed. Here, the bank was being undermined at a bend in a fast-flowing watercourse.
This creek here had a few issues in the bottom of it. It's right on a really hard corner, so the water was hitting it and creating a lot of turbulence. So all the dead timber would stack up against it, and it was undermining, and it actually come to the point where we're both actually standing it ate it out. Went and seen one of the contractors in town and they come up here and assessed it with us as well, and we had a talk about what we can possibly do. And they had an excavator here to reclaim anything they could reach from the top of the bank, took away all the dead timber, backloaded it out as they dropped rock, and clean fill here to stabilise this bank. Just needs a little bit of grass to grow on it now, which in this weather it should grow.
The disaster assistance grants to farmers have delivered an obvious economic stimulus too.
The Q-Rider grant has been not only great for the growers in the district, it's also been good for the district as such. It's the flow-on effect to quarries and contractors, and obviously contractors spend their money with employing people, fuels and stuff like that, and repairs in the district as well. So it's been a win-win situation, not only for the growers but the whole Shire as well.
The 2019 rain event wasn't the first disaster to impact Ingham, and in a region where floods and cyclones are a part of life, it won't be the last. But Ray Servalin is confident his work as a cane growers industry recovery officer will help growers to stand strong into the future.
Yeah, I think so. I'll get to meet some really lovely people I've never met in this district before. I got to help them out with a lot of gratitude. They did give me a lot of gratitude, a lot of them. Just to help them get into the finer points and know that there is someone there to talk to or have a helping hand.